Good evening, Southampton Vapors, and how are we on this fine foggy evening? It's been absolutely lovely today. Yeah, I was working down in Siggy Juice this morning. A couple of you guys I know popped in because I did catch a glimpse of you, but we were so busy down there. I know it's an expression, but we literally had people queuing out the door this morning. There were 3 people actually stood outside queuing to get through the door. We were so busy down there, so I do apologise if I didn't get to speak to anyone that popped in. I hope you got what you wanted, and they looked after you. I'm sure they did, because they always do. Now, the last review I did was on the Vaporesso Gemini tank, which was I was quite impressed with it. So much so I've kept it. I've now got a new mod for you to have a look at. Again, this is by Vaporesso, and this is the brand new 200 watt Tarot by Vaporesso VTC, so temperature controlled. Very nice looking. We will pop it out of the box. I like this. I like Vaporesso. They're a relatively new company on the vape market. Excuse me, that's me Chinese. But so far I've been very, very impressed with all of their products. The first one was the Target VTC, the trigger one, which is very, very popular. There's a lot of those sold, along with the Target tank, very, very good. Gemini tank came out, very impressed with that. The ceramic coils from Vaporesso are fantastic. I actually tried a Kangatech ceramic coil, and I must confess I was quite disappointed. Not a lot of difference between the standard Kanthal coil and the ceramic. It worked, yeah, it did what it was supposed to do, but not a patch on the Vaporesso ones. Anyway, Vaporesso, this is the new mod they've brought out, and as you can see, it's carbon fibre. And I love carbon, you all know that. It's not huge. It's a nice tidy little unit. You're looking at the back, so we'll show you the front. Got the Vaporesso badge on it, and as you can see, it's so shiny that you can actually see reflections of me seeing reflections of you. So there you go. Yes, nice and shiny. Comes in 3 different colours, as far as I know. Black, which is this one, which has a grey band around the outside. They also do it in white, which has the grey carbon with a white band around the outside. I think the middle is still black, I might be wrong. And they also do an orange, which is, it's not an orange as such, it's more of a copper effect, which does look very, very nice. I was allowed to have this one. For the purpose of this review, I was allowed to have this one. It's pretty much, everything is pretty standard on it. It's your standard 5 clicks on and off, and so on and so forth. One nice thing about it is the battery door is a magnetic one, but it is a very, very good magnetic. Now, if you can see, there's two magnets there, and these are magnets as well. So those are actually offset. If you look at them, the 2 that you can see are offset, which matches up with the magnets on the door. So if you try to put this door on the wrong way up, which would be that way, you can't. It will not fit on there at all. You put it the right way up, it falls into place. So there's no problem in getting the door the wrong way up. Yeah, I really like that. It fits on nice. You know, there's no rattling. Some magnetic doors can be a little bit rattly, but as we can see, it takes 2 18650s, so we will pop those in. Plus goes up that way, and plus goes down that way. So they're both in there, and like I say, once that is on, that's not coming off. That door, You can't hear no rattling. It's well and truly on there. So I've just switched the system off so I can show you how it all works. 5 clicks on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should come up Vaporesso. And there we go. Now this has gone straight into temperature control, which is the last thing I used on it. I have only just got this today. Now if you want to change from temperature control, the third button down here, your menu button, push and hold that and it will go NI, TI and 316, and then it will go into wattage. Now that is currently showing 100 watts. The nice thing with this, now a lot of these mods are getting up around the 250 mark. Trying to go up and down the scale takes ages. I personally don't know why they go up in 0.1 watts, because 0.1 watt is nothing. It's not really going to make a difference. This, however, goes up in 1 watt at a time. So if you want 53 watts, you get 53 watts. You don't get 52.8, you get 53. That means it does scroll very, very quickly. You can go from 0 to 200 just like that. I will give you, I'm going to whack it right the way down to 0, or 5 watts, which is actually the minimum. It goes from 5 to 200 watts. Now, as you can see, that's on 5 watts. If I hit the up button, bang, 200. That's how long it takes to scroll from 5 to 200. Again, if you get scrolling down and you get close to where you want to be, I'm trying to see this backwards, so I think that's 45. You can then do one at a time. So you can bring it down to 40. Does make it a lot quicker, and in my opinion a lot easier. I'm a little bit OCD. Even if I've got 0.1 of a watt, I like to be on dead on. So if my counter is showing 39.9, oh, that's no good, it's got to be 40. So I like it for that point of view. What I'll do now, we've put the batteries in it, I'll give you a quick up and down. The other things you can do, of course, is you can turn the screen upside down. Up and down buttons together turns the screen upside down. Up and down together turns it back the other way. You can switch it off with 5 clicks, or, I know I keep getting this wrong, but pretty sure down button and menu button together, hold them and it locks. So it's still switched on, but the buttons are locked. Okay, so you can't accidentally fire it. Down button and menu button again, both together. Oh, I've let go of one, and it should come up, system unlocked. So now you're ready to go again. So being a Vaporesso, we will put the Gemini tank on, which as I said earlier on my other review, has the stainless steel coils in. Although I must confess I don't have the stainless steels in here at the moment, so I've got the normal ones in. But right, as soon as we put a tank on, it says new circle, old circle. Now obviously, as we know, a circle is a coil. Now that's obviously their translation of it. Old coil, new coil. Old circle, new circle. It's a new twist on it, I suppose. But anyway, right, so we're going new circle at 40 watts on a 0.35, and this is what happens. Very, very nice. I've got in here that I've still got the bubble gum in here from last time. It's a very, very nice little mod. Very prone to fingerprints, but very easy to wipe off. And the screen is nice and clear. It will display your volts that you're using, your battery level, and the aim of the coil, and obviously your watts. And then we go down or back up again. So if we take this up to 50, I think that says 50, it's upside down and back to front of me. Yep, that says 50. Try again. Not a problem. Tank sits quite nice on there. The exact measurements of this, I had them written down here somewhere. Yes, it is 93 millimeters from top to bottom. It is 57 millimeters across, and it is 23 millimeters wide. Now obviously that's at the widest point, and as you can see, this tank fits on it quite nice. This is a 22 millimeter tank, fits on there quite nice. If you've got a huge tank like the let's say the Aspire Mega, it's going to overhang. I don't like it when they overhang. I like it to look nice, but that's a 22. Now if we pop, actually I won't put that one on, just, yeah I will. We pop the Smock TFV4. Now this, I think these are 22 as well, although they might be a little bit bigger, but as you can see that fits on there quite nicely. Little bit of an overhang here, but it doesn't look out of place, looks quite nice on there. And yep, new circle, coil circle, and I've got the 0.2s in here, and you see that does ramp up so quickly. I'd have to get used to that, but I do actually like it. I think it's much quicker to get where you want to be. So we'll put this one on 100 watts on the TFV4 triple coil at 0.2 exactly. And we get the famous clouds from the TFV. Are you still there? There you are. I need to get a fan in here. But yeah, that looks nice on there, and that's at 100 watts. Now, if we go to the, I'm going to delve into temperature control on this. I did discover the new NI200 coils for the Kangatech. Now, I love my Kangatechs because they're a nice big tank. They're a 7 milliliter tank. They're 25 millimeter wide tanks. So if we put a 25 millimeter tank on here, then we can start to see, you know, just where it starts to overhang. There's quite a bit of overhang on there. As you can see, it's overhanging here, and there's a little bit of an overhang on the side there, as you can see. But again, it's not too bad. I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. Right, new circle, old circle. It's a new one. I'm going to change this now to temperature control. We've got an NI200 in here, and I'm going to start it off around about 400 Fahrenheit. Now I tend to use Fahrenheit because most of the videos that I've watched on temperature control when I was learning about it were all done by the Yanks, the Americans, and as we know they use Fahrenheit. So I tend to use Fahrenheit. But this is the first time I've used this actually. I've put the coil in tonight, let it soak. And this is the first time I've tried the Kangatech NI200 coils, subcoils. Let's see what it does. Not bad. Needs a little bit more. No, I'm going down, then I want to go up. There we go. 450 Fahrenheit, that is. That's nice. That's nice. We'll take it up to 5. It's getting better. 550. There it is. 550. I'm going to go up to the maximum of 600, which is maxing this thing out now, and I'm sure it's going to do it. There you go. Nice clouds from that. So yeah, I'm very impressed with the Vaporesso. I'm going to take it back down to about 550 because I do feel that was a little bit nicer down there. Personal preference. And also the NI200 Kangatex. They seem to be working quite well as well. Very nice. So there we have it, the Vaporesso Tarot 200 VTC. Is there anything else I can tell you about this? It does 5 watts to 200. It will read resistances down to 0.15 right up to 5 ohms. At the moment, it's brand new. It's only just been released, and it's only been in Siggy Juice since I think Wednesday. I think they came in. If you are interested, without the two 650s, if you've got your own, it's $62.99.99, and if you want two 18650s to go with it, it will be $69.99. Now the only other thing you will need is a 18650 charger. There is no onboard charging with this at all. There's no USB port, so you can't do firmware upgrades, and you cannot do onboard charging. So you will also need a charger. I don't have a problem with that. I've got a big six bank charger, and I've got 18650s coming out my ear holes. But yeah, apart from the fact you cannot charge it, the only other downside that I can really see with it is it could have done with a little bit of a recess in the bottom here. I think you keep putting it down, you're going to scratch it. But apart from that, that really is a niggly little thing, you know. It's not really going to cause a problem. I suppose if it was recessed, you'd still scratch the bit that wasn't recessed. But a very, very nice little unit. It's not huge. It's quite small for a twin 18650. I would probably put it on a par with, I've got one here. I'm going to try not to knock the camera over. That is the X-Cube Mini, and I would say it is probably about the same size. If I put the two next to each other, the base is the same. As you can see, it's pretty close to an X-Cube Mini. Might be just a little tiny tad wider, but yeah, it's about the same size as that. Also the MVP3 Pro, if you put the two of those together, the Pro is a little bit taller, and the Vaporesso is a little bit wider. So that gives you an idea of the size of it. Like I say, it's 93mm by 57mm by 23mm. I got all that right. So $62.99 without the batteries, $69.99 with two 18650s. And if you don't have a charger, they have the chargers down in Siggy Juice as well. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been informative. Big word for the evening. And like I say, if I didn't speak to you guys that came into Siggy Juice this morning, I do apologise, but we were so busy down there. It is absolutely manic on Saturdays, and this morning, like I say, I know it's an expression, but we literally had people queuing out the door. really, really busy. So I do apologise if I didn't have any time to speak to anybody or anyone that came in. Come down next week. It might not be so bad. I might be able to speak to you. But yeah, I like this. I love carbon. Look at it, all nice and shiny. So Vaporesso Tarot, T-A-R-O-T, silent T, Tarot. 200 watt, temperature control, very, very nice. Grab one while you can, guys, because I think these are going to fly. On top of that, have a nice evening and a nice rest of the weekend. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Don't work too hard, don't drink too much. I keep telling David that, because every time he drinks too much he buys more stuff for the vape night. I'm not even going to tell you what's going on the vape night. We've sat down and talked through some raffle prizes. The guy is a maniac. The guy is an absolute maniac. You know, he is, the stuff he's giving away, I'm not going to mention it now. I'm going to keep you in suspense, but the stuff he's giving away in raffles and prizes and so on and so forth is crazy. He keeps having a couple and, oh, I've just had another idea, and oh, I've just bought this for so and so, you know, for the vape night. So it's going to be a bloody good night, lads. It really is. So I hope you can make it. Please try and get down to the vape night on the 27th of May, which is a Friday evening. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be burgers and hot dogs. I'll tell you what he's done. He's been out today and he's bought a slushy machine. So we're going to have, I don't know, slushies. We're trying to figure out how to do vodka slushies. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's all going to be there. We're going to have all sorts going on. There'll be music going, no doubt. There'll be competitions, raffles, prizes galore. The prizes are absolutely insane. I had to slow him down because he was throwing stuff in left, right and centre. But yeah, it's going to be a great night. So make sure you can get down there. Apart from that, I'll vape you out and say good night. Good night, guys. Take care.